What's going on, everybody? Caleb here, and we are back here at the M&M Super Speedway here in Boston, Massachusetts, and we are ready for the second annual running of the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown. Really excited to be running this race once again, and that race will be going up tomorrow on Christmas Eve at noon Eastern Time. But before we get there, we are here on the eve of Christmas Eve, and we are here to set the starting lineup for the main event. We are here for the duel races for the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown, and we're excited to be bringing these back as well and even better than ever now that we can actually use these races to set the starting lineup for the main event. Of course, as you all may know from last season, last year's race had 45 entries, and we did still have dual races planned for last year as well, and we still had dual races, but fortunately I may or may not have found it out at the 11th hour that Save Game Editor does not really like fields of over 42 cars, so it pretty much just refused to work entirely, so we pretty much just had to make do and use a random starting order for the main race, and had to scrap the idea of using the duels to set the starting lineup. They still counted towards channel wins, though, but they were kind of just their own little standalone events. But this year it's going to be a lot different, and these will actually be used to set the starting lineup for the main event now that we've scaled it down a little bit to 42 cars. So now hopefully the Save Game Editor will actually work this time around, so we can use these to set the starting lineup for the main event. Yeah, really excited to see how things go. This should definitely set the tone for the main event tomorrow, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. We're here to have fun, and that's what this race is here for. So, really excited to see how everything goes down, but dual races will be pretty much identical to the Thanksgiving 500 qualifiers. They're 10 laps each, 21 entries, and the outside and inside lane will be determined by which duel has the quickest average speed. So that'll definitely be something interesting to watch out for, especially if we maybe have some caution flags in the mix, because we've seen last year the M&M Super Speedway can definitely be a pretty chaotic track at times. We've seen wrecks in the duel races last year, and of course in the main event last year we had that big pileup early on in the race. So we'll have to see how it all goes down here from the M&M Super Speedway. But still got two 10-lap races ahead of us here tonight before we start jumping to conclusions. So without further ado, let's jump right in and get this first of two duels here underway. So we'll get these guys rolling here for duel number one, and as they do, we'll take a quick look here at your starting lineup here for the first of two duels here for the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown. Starting on the pole, we've got your reigning champion of the Christmas Eve Showdown. Returning to the 51, it's Justin Zidell, starting alongside the number 14 of Blaine Keys. Row 2, we find the 55 of Aaron Abel, starting alongside a new face here in the Christmas Eve Showdown, the 5 of Duncan Ward. Row 3, we find the 88 of Roberto Crown Jr., starting alongside Mr. Edge, the 1 of Nicholas Samadia. Row 4, we find the number 2 of Avery Alford, starting alongside your Thanksgiving 500 champion, Matthew Hubert. Row 5, we find the 34 of Jack Haas, who made their debut in this race last year, starting alongside the 56 of Brendan Wilmington. Row 6, we find the 49 of Dylan Matthews, starting alongside the big staple, the number 42 of Nathan Stapleton. Row number 7, we find the 20 of Ace Garcia, starting alongside a newcomer to the channel, the 36 of Darian Arnsdorf. Row number 8, we find the number 43, Thomas Troxel, starting alongside the 11 of Braden Perez. Row 9, we find the number 15 of Lucas Talley, starting alongside the 44 of Michael Lewis. Row 10, we find the 33, Bruno Diacomo, starting alongside the 16 of Eli Bright. And rounding out the field in row number 11, we've got the number 7 of Anthony Hernandez. But like I said, 10-lap race here for duel number 1, 21 entries. And we'll have to see what kind of average speed these guys can set, as that'll pretty much set the baseline for the guys in duel number 2. But here we go. Pace cars down the pit lane, coming down the front straightaway. It's Justin Zidell and Blaine Keys leading us to the green flag. We're racing here in duel number 1 here for the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown. Going down the backstretch, that was a pretty good jump off the start from the 51 of Justin Seidel, but how about the 55? Aaron Abel also with a decent jump. He's now looking to the inside, going down the backstretch. He doesn't really have the help, though. Seidel's got a push on the outside from the 88 of Crown Jr., but Abel's going to be able to stay at the quarter panel. And going through 3 and 4, he doesn't have any help, but he does have the inside lane advantage. He's going to clear for the race lead. Coming off of turn number 4, and Aaron Abel is going to lead the opening lap here from duel number 1, but Zeidel's not quite done yet. Got a good run off of the outside lane coming out of the corner and got the draft off of the 55. And he's going to look back down to the inside as we're 4 wide behind. Almost 5 wide there as... Goodness gracious, these guys are moving around a lot here early on in the going. Definitely need to be careful. But currently out in front, it is the 51 of Justin Seidel blocking the 55 of Aaron Abel as we're 3 wide for second. Here comes the 15, Lucas Tallien with a push from the 33 of Bruno Diacomo. And these guys have already been shuffling a lot. Starting position doesn't really matter too much here. Bit of a squeeze there from the 36 of Arnsdorf trying to get to the inside of the 7 of Anthony Hernandez. Is now going to move up in front of the 31 of Matthew Hubert. That's a bit of a squeeze there between Hubert and the 88 of Roberto Crown Jr. But up front for the race lead, how about the 15, Lucas Tallien? To the inside, he's going to take the race lead away. Actually had the lead at the line there. But now here comes the 33, Bruno Diacomo, looking on the inside, trying to take the race lead away. But how about the 20 of Ace Garcia? How about the 36? Arnsdorf goes all the way down to the bottom, but nobody goes with him. But now he's got some help here from the 16 of Eli Bright, who's going to make his way down to the inside. But Bruno Diacomo looks like he's going to clear for the race lead, but he moves up a little bit. That's going to allow the 20 of Ace Garcia to get down to his inside. Side by side there off of turn number 4. Diacomo's got the help on the outside from Arnsdorf. Arnsdorf's actually going to move low now to go behind the 20 of Garcia. So that's going to help the 20 car through, and he's going to probably take the lead going through turns 1 and 2. And it's pretty much a hornet's nest here through mid-pack. Got a lot of 4 wide going on. Especially here, we got Braden Perez, Brennan Wilmington, Nathan Stapleton, and Eli Bright. Got some big names in that. But up front, it is the 20 of Ace Garcia and the 36 of Darian Arnsdorf, almost in a tandem, trying to kind of get away from the main pack. But Arnsdorf is going to try to get down to the inside of Garcia as we come through 3 and 4. And this could allow the pack to definitely catch back up as here comes the 1 of Nicholas Samadillo with a full head of steam. Just barely getting across the nose there, a Duncan Ward. Now he's going to peek down to the inside of the 36 of Arnsdorf. And here he goes now trying to take a peek to the inside of the 20 of Ace Garcia with help from the 5 of Duncan Ward. Here comes Mr. Edge, Nicholas Samadillo, looking to take the race lead away here on lap number 5. Aaron Abel in the 55 all the way down to the inside there, but he's going to move back up to the middle, allowing for the 2 of Avery Alford to get down to the inside. Here comes the 14 of Blaine Keys, looking to make his way back up towards the front. Here comes Avery Alford. Here comes Jack Haas in the 34, and here comes your reigning winner of the event, Justin Seidel, making his way back towards the front. And we're 4 wide for the 3rd position. Garcia, Ward, Alford, Jack Haas. Almost 5 wide as Seidel's going to get to the inside of the 34 there. Luckily, they're going to be able to sort all of that out by the time we get out of the corner, because these guys are 4 or 5 wide coming out of the corners. That's usually where the trouble spots are. Big block there from the 88 of Crown Jr. on both the 55 of Abel and the 5 of Duncan Ward. But up front for the race lead, Blaine Keys looking to get down to the inside of the 1 of Nicholas Samadillo. And here comes the 34, Jack Haas. He's going to fall in behind the 14 of Keys, push him through. Keys is just barely going to get the lead at the line, 2 1/1000ths of a second. And we've seen what these duels can produce. I mean, just look at the finish we had in duel number 1 last year, where Andrew Miller and Travis Crampton were separated by literally just about nothing coming to the line. Could we see that again this year? We'll just have to wait and see. I think that margin at the line definitely proved it could still be possible. We'll just have to wait and see. But for the lead, here comes the 43 of Thomas Troxel with a push from the 44 of Michael Lewis. You also got Anthony Hernandez, Eli Bright, Darian Arnsdorf lined up here on the bottom. Coming to the stripe, Troxel is going to lead coming on to lap number 8. Arnsdorf's going to make it 4 wide down to the inside. We're almost 5 wide once again as we go into turn number 1. Troxel's going to fall back quite far there on that outside lane. Inside's definitely where you want to be on this track, as all the lanes pretty much have the same amount of grip, and that inside lane is for sure the shortest way around the racetrack, so that's where you want to be. 4 wide for the 3rd position as here comes the big staple, Nathan Stapleton, to the bottom. And he's going to be taking 3 wide for the 2nd position as here comes the 5 of Duncan Ward. Out front right now it's the 7, Anthony Hernandez. Coming at 2 laps to go, is going to hold the race lead as they're 3 wide behind him. Arnsdorf might be able to clear here as he got a good draft off of the back bumper of the 7, and he is getting clear for the 2nd position, so Arnsdorf might have a shot at this race win. In fact, I'd say pretty much everybody still has a shot at this race win. We've seen how much these guys can shuffle here. It's not over until it's over, and here comes the 36. Darian Arnsdorf looking at the bottom as we go down the back stretch and into turn number 3. Just barely going to sneak on down to the inside, and oh boy, they're getting a bit antsy behind. Oh, contact between Talion and Keys. Keys is in the outside wall, coming off of 4. And here we come. White flag in the air. Here comes the 55. Aaron Abel to the bottom. Here comes the 49 of Matthews, looking to maybe make it 4 wide. But with a good push there on the outside, Anthony Hernandez is going to stay clear for the race lead. Here comes the 55. Aaron Abel looking to try and take this dual win away. Here comes the 15 of Lucas Talion. And a couple of Michael Waltrip racing cars lined up behind the 7 of Anthony Hernandez. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Talion's going to try to make a move to the inside. And he's got a good run there through 3 and 4. He might try to take it to the 7 of Anthony Hernandez. And here we come. Off of turn number 4. Going to be a drag race to the line. But it looks like it's going to be the 7. Anthony Hernandez is going to win duel number 1 here for the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown. From 21st to 1st for the 7 of Hernandez. How about that? What a drive for Hernandez, and he potentially has a shot at starting on the pole tomorrow for the main event. And this duel is going to clock in with an average speed of 227.065 miles per hour. So that's going to be the baseline that these guys in duel number 2 need to get. But how about that for the 7 of Anthony Hernandez? He wins duel number 1. I believe that's probably his first win on the channel too, so good stuff there for Anthony Hernandez. And then looking further on down the top 10, Lucas Talion's going to come home in 2nd, Aaron Abel 3rd, Matthews 4th, Roberto Crown Jr. 5th, Matthew Hubert comes home 6th, 7th goes to Jack Cost, 8th Thomas Truxell, 9th Justin Seidel, and Ace Garcia there is going to round out your top 10. But a great way to start things out here from the dual races here for the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown. Was a great race there. Surprised they kept it clean, especially there towards the end where everyone was getting antsy. They almost wrecked with Blaine Keys and Lucas Talion kind of getting into it there off of turn number 4, coming to the white flag. But everyone still managed to keep it straight, which is good, and that could potentially maybe be something these guys on duel number 2 have to overcome, because you've seen that these guys are definitely anti, so they want to try and keep it clean if they do want to try to compete with that 227 average speed. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how it all goes down from dual race number 2 here for the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown. But once again, congratulations to the 7 of Anthony Hernandez for winning the first of 2 dual races here for the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown. And let's get you all trackside here for the second dual race. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have to wait and see how it all goes down. But let's get into duel number 2. Hello once again, folks, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for duel race number 2 here for the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown. And as you saw in duel race number 1, it's definitely going to be really exciting to see how it all plays out. And benchmark that these guys need to go for sits at a 227.065 mile an hour average speed. So that is what these guys need to beat if they want to all start on the inside lane for the main event. We'll have to wait and see how it all goes down. But we'll get these guys rolling, and as they do, we'll take a look here at your challengers here for duel race number 2 here for the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown. And here we go. Engines are fired here for the second duel race of the night. And as these guys roll off, we'll take a quick look here at your starting lineup here for duel race number 2 here for the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown. On the pole, we've got the number 9 of Stuart Gratton starting alongside the number 83 of Hallie Anderson Jr. Row 2, we find the number 74 of Rogel Dorn starting alongside the number 6 of Max Davis. Row 3, we find the 26 of Owen Miles starting alongside the 18 of BB Ruiz. Row number 4, we find the 24 of Reggie Fogelman starting alongside the 39 of Angel Gutierrez. Row 5, we find the 99 of Bernardo de Oliveira starting alongside the 98 of Philip Torres. Row 6, we find the number 10 of Leonard Kochmer starting alongside the 48 of Brian Webb. Row number 7, we have another newcomer to this race. We got the number 29 of Nathan Meyer starting alongside the number 78 of Jeffrey Fingai. Row 8, we find your Wawa Cup Series champion Ludovic Charette starting alongside the number 38 of Andrew Miller. Row 9, we find the 47 of Ethan Lewis starting alongside the 17 of Eric Monaco. Row 10, we got the number 93 of Campbell Morris starting alongside the 27 of Felix Mayer. And rounding out your field in at row number 11, we got the 52 of Ryan Durrani. But we've seen what the guy who started in the 11th row did in the last duel, so Ryan Durrani probably definitely has his hopes up after that. But here we come down the front straightaway. Pace car makes a left-hand turn back onto pit road. And same specs as duel number 1, but here we go. Stuart Gratton and Hallie Anderson Jr. this time are going to lead us to the green flag. As the second of 2 duel races here tonight is green here for the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown. Coming off of turn number 2, that was a quick move to the inside. Rogel Dorn is going to swipe the lead away, but got some cars moving on the inside lane, including the 26 of Owen Miles. Got Reggie Fogelman, Leonard Kochmer, Ludovic Charette already making their way up here. We're already 4 wide throughout the field. And oh boy, almost 5 wide here. That's not looking good. Around goes Ethan Lewis. We got a pile up. Into the fence goes the 98 of Philip Torres, and we're spinning, crashing, coming off of turn number 4. Caution flag is out, and on the opening lap of the race, that's probably already gonna do it. In terms of deciding the outside and inside lane, this caution is going to kill these guys' average speed for this race, so that is definitely a tough break for all those guys there. And probably an even tougher break for all these guys involved, not even getting to turn a lap. Nathan Meyer, Brian Webb, Philip Torres, and got a lot of damaged cars as well. Ethan Lewis, Hallie Anderson Jr., De Oliveira, Max Davis. and definitely probably some others. Well, you know what they say about duel races: one duel's calm, the other's chaotic. And although Duel 1 still pretty much had a ton of chaos, I guess it just wasn't enough for the liking. And Duel number 2 is going to start out with a literal bang, as we have a multi-car pileup coming off of turn number 4. But under our first caution here of the night, here in the second duel race, let's take a quick look at what brought out the caution flag, and we'll get you all back to the racing action here from duel number 2 here for the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown. Taking a look here at what brought out our first caution of the night here in duel number 2 here for the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown. We've seen 5 wide can be the trouble spot, and it is going to be the trouble spot right here, as Nathan Meyer is going to make contact with the 47 of Ethan Lewis and is going to spin him around. And they're going to go right back up the banking into Philip Torres, Bernardo de Oliveira, Angel Gutierrez, Anderson Jr., Max Davis, as Torres is even going to get airborne and go straight into the catch fence. But man, oh man, big crash here in turns number 3 and 4. And like I said, with this caution coming out, that's probably going to seal the deal for which duel gets the inside and outside lanes for the main event. But yeah, that just goes to show that's 5 wide is what you don't want to do here at the M&M Super Speedway. It is a wide track, but you still got to be careful when you do things like that. But before we get you all back to the racing action, we'll get you all one more shot here at full speed, and then we'll get you all to your restart here in duel number 2 for the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown. Taking a look here at full speed. Just not enough room there. There's a really tight space there, and unfortunately, it was maybe a bit too ambiguous of a move there, but sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles here from the M&M Super Speedway. And a lot of cars involved in this one. But we still have a duel winner to decide, and whoever will win this duel will probably get the outside pole. Rogel Dorn was the car that led the field back to the caution flag. We'll see what he can do here on the restart here from duel number 2 here for the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown. Welcome back to duel race number 2 here for the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown, wrapping up our first caution of the night for a multi-car crash coming off of turn number 4 on the opening lap. She is unfortunately going to take out Brian Webb, Philip Torres, Nathan Meyer, and Angel Gutierrez out of this race, and many more cars are going to continue, but with damage, including De Oliveira, Ethan Lewis, Hallie Anderson Jr., and Max Davis. But gonna go back green flag racing here on lap number 5. And it's going to be the 74 of Rogel Dorn who's going to lead the field back to green, followed by the 24 Reggie Fogelman, the 09 Ludovic Charette, the 26 of Owen Miles, and the 10 of Leonard Kochmer. But here we go. Rogel Dorn leads the field. We're back green flag racing here in duel race number 2. Good jump there off the start for the 74 of Rogel Dorn, although super speedways, I don't really know if that's quite what you want. Reggie Fogelman and Ludovic Charette trying to link up back there, maybe get a bit of a draft run going. And looking back here, got a couple cars already kind of falling back there on the outside lane. Bibi Ruiz and Ryan Dorani trying to find their way to the inside as Ludovic Charette now peeks to the inside of Fogelman. Did have help from the 26 of Miles, but Miles is going to go down to the inside, make it 3 wide for the second position. But Charette's going to be able to block him going into turn 3, but Miles is still trying to peek down to the inside, and he is going to get down to the inside coming off of turn number 4, but now he's going to be left out to dry by the 9 of Stuart Grattan, who's now got help from the 27. Felix Mayer dives all the way down to the bottom, and Mayer's got a push from the 38 of Andrew Miller. Now takes it 4 wide for the third position. But up front for the race lead, how about the 09, Ludovic Charette, looking to take it away from the 74 of Rogel Dorn. This seems like a battle that you would see over in the Wawa Cup Series, maybe even the Turkey Hill Truck Series side of things. Side by side for the race lead for the time being, and these two being side by side is going to allow the pack to catch back up as these two actually kind of got separated from the field a little bit. But going through 3 and 4, Charette is going to take the race lead away, and now Rogel Dorn's under fire from second. From the 27 of Felix Mayer and the 9 of Stuart Grattan. Taking a look back here, Hallie Anderson Jr., Max Davis really off the pace there. These guys might even catch them, I'm not entirely sure. And there's the 99 of Deliviere and the 47 of Ethan Lewis. And that seems to be it for guys off of the pace. So all these guys seem to be alright. Rogel Dorn trying to look back down to the inside, trying to retake that race lead. Doesn't have the help on the inside that Charette has on the outside lane, though. Charette's got help from her Wawa Cup Series owner of Stuart Grattan. But Dorn's going to have the inside lane advantage going through turns 3 and 4, and he's going to retake the race lead away. Here comes the 18, Bibi Ruiz, the 10, Leonard Kochmer. How about the 93 of Campbell Marsh? And Miles making a big move down to the inside, making it 4 wide all the way down almost to the grass. But he has no help down there, and the 93, Marsh is going to be able to block him going into turns 1 and 2. Rogel Dorn back under fire for the race lead, this time from the 18 of Bibi Ruiz. Dorn's got a little bit of help on the outside from the 10 of Leonard Kochmer, though, and Dorn's going to stay clear with the race lead for the time being. Ruiz going to try to set up another run, though, through 3 and 4. Campbell Marsh under fire from the 26 of Owen Miles back there. And Ruiz might have a good run here down the front straightaway, but here comes the 93, Campbell Marsh. Taking a peek down to the inside, looking to take that second position away as we come to 2 laps to go. Here from duel number 2. They might catch the 6 and the 83. I'm not entirely sure just yet. We'll have to wait and see. But Dorn, he's shown he can hold this race lead. He's had a good run here so far. But here comes the 93, Campbell Marsh, trying to close in on the 74 down the back straightaway. Through 3 and 4, coming to take the white flag. Marsh taking a peek down to the inside. Coming off of turn number 4. Here we come, down the front straightaway. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go. Here from duel race number 2. How about the 26, Owen Miles, with a big run with these two going side by side. Dorn's going to clear the 93 and is going to stay clear of the 26 of Owen Miles. Miles has a good run there, though, off of turn number 2. He takes a peek down to the bottom. Here comes the 18. Bibi Ruiz going even further down low. Miles and Ruiz trying to stay on the quarter panel of the 71 of Dorn, but he's going to clear and they're going to catch lap traffic. Dorn goes to the outside. And he's going to clear the lap traffic, but does he have enough of a run to stay clear of all these guys? Here comes the 26. Owen Miles on the outside. He's going to steal duel number 2. How about that from Owen Miles with a big push on the outside from the 27 of Felix Mayer. Miles is going to take duel number 2. My goodness, what a job there from Owen Miles. Tough break there from Rogel Dorn. But my goodness, they caught the lap traffic at possibly the worst possible time there. Unfortunately, that probably is what cost Rogel Dorn the duel victory, but hey, he's shown that he's got some speed there in that 74. We'll have to see if that can maybe translate to the main event tomorrow. But man, oh man, what a race here from duel number 2, and overall, what a pair of races here tonight to set the scene for the main event tomorrow. My goodness. Taking a look here at your results from duel number 2. It is Owen Miles coming home with the victory. Rogel Dorn's going to come home in second. Felix Mary in third. Campbell Mars fourth. Andrew Miller fifth. Ladovic Charette sixth. Leonard Kochmer seventh. Ruiz is eighth. Eric Monaco ninth. And Ryan Durrani is going to round out your top 10. But a lot of fun here from these dual records here tonight, and we're not quite done just yet. Still got the main event, the 50-lap Christmas Eve Showdown tomorrow here on AG the channel at noon Eastern Time, and I won't be alone in the booth for that one. Should have the big staple, Nathan Stapleton, and Stuart Grattan joining me up for that one, so it should definitely be a lot of fun. We're really looking forward to seeing how it will all go down. We'll just have to wait and see. But once again, congratulations to our duel winners, Anthony Hernandez and Owen Miles. And I will see you all tomorrow for the main event at noon Eastern Time here on AG the channel. With that being said, hope you all enjoy your evening. You all take care and have a good one. Here is your starting lineup for the 2024 Christmas Eve Showdown.